Good morning, students. Every time I am repeating, don't go outside, stay at home and read the topics, whatever teachers are telling, write notes, at least 2 hours. Keep time for doing all the works every day, because you have books and you have cell phone, internet, okay? But don't see other things in the cell phone, okay? Yes, so till now we discussed the first lesson and I told some examples and assignments and important questions regularly asking in the examination in the first lesson. Now let us start the new lesson, which one is the motion. So when motion means you feel that you are traveling. So what does motion? See, when any object is changing its position with respect to time, then we may say it is in motion. You are riding a bicycle, then you are in motion. You are riding a bike, then you are in motion. You are traveling in a car, bus, aeroplane, train. So we can say you are in motion. So several examples of motion around us. So motion, people like vehicles, trains, aeroplanes, birds. Always birds travels from one place to another place. So that's why we can say they are in motion. Raindrops. When before raining, all the total amount of water present in clouds. Now whenever rain is falling, what happens? The water droplets comes towards the earth due to gravitational force. That's why we can say they are in motion, because with respect to time, every situation, it is changing its position. Okay? So it is in motion. Objects thrown in air. See, if you throw a stone vertically upwards, then it is in motion. If you draw a stone from certain height, then it is in motion. So a lot of examples are there in our daily life to understand the concept of motion. But before going into the entire concepts like distance, displacement, velocity, speed, first of all you have to know the concept of relative. Why I am going to tell the concept of relative? See, relative means its meaning is different. I can say both rest and motion are relative terms. Listen carefully. Both rest and motion are relative terms. How it is possible? Yes, it is possible. See, the earth is in motion, but are you observing any motion of earth? No, because not only earth, whatever objects present on the earth, you are on the earth, table is on the earth, door is on the earth, machine is on the earth, our place is on the earth. So all these are moving with respect to along with the earth. So that's why we feel that we are at rest, but actually is the earth is at rest? No, it is in motion. In earlier classes you noticed that earth revolves around the sun, earth rotates around itself. That means it is not at rest, it is in motion. But we are saying that we are at rest. How it is possible? Because along earth you are also in motion. So that's why what I am saying, both rest and motion are relative terms. To understand this concept, some of the examples are given in our textbook. So let us discuss what they are. Direction based on which he can decide his left and right side. See, let two persons are there. Both opposite to each other. Two persons are there. both opposite to each other. Suppose if the one person says that there is a car to his left side, car is to his left side, but the opposite person says that car is towards right side, then which is correct? Are you following? Both two persons are opposite to each other. One person is saying that car is left side to me, but the person who is opposite to him, he feels that car is right side. Why? Because if you turn, then both are same. So that's why I am saying that both rest and motion are relative terms. So direction based, which he can decide the left and right. So whether it is moving in this direction or in this direction. So we can say whether it is left or right. Similarly, is day or night? See, you will say that this is daytime because now the time is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You say that this is the daytime. But if I asked the same question for a student who is sitting in America, then he will say that it is night. It is night time. Is possible? See, once again, if I asked a question to you in the night, you say that this is night, that's why I am sleeping. But if I repeat the same question to a student who is in America, he will say that this is daytime. Why? Because both are on the earth. Earth rotates around itself. So due to motion of earth, day and night is appearing. When you are exposed to sun, you will say it is day. The other person is not exposed to sunlight. His direction is different. That's why he feels it is night. But after 12 hours, he is exposed to sunlight. So it is day to him. But we turned around, so we feel that it is night time. So that's why these two are relative terms. Similarly, up and down. Two students are there. One is on first floor, other one sitting in ground floor. So the person who is on ground floor says that his friend is on upside. But the person who is on first floor says that his friend is downside. So that's why up and down, left and right, okay, day and night, all these are relative terms. So similarly, both rest and motion are relative. How? I will tell one more best example. In your textbook also, a conversation is given between Srinu, Somesh. If you read that conversation, you will easily understood. How? See, two friends, Srinu and Somesh, are there. They are discussing. The car is moving along the road and a tree is there to left side to them. So, see what is the state of motion of tree. Somesh is saying that tree is at rest. Tree doesn't move. So he is saying that tree is at rest. Then Sinu asked one more question. What is the state of motion of car? Then Somesh said it is moving due to east. So it is moving towards the east side because car is in motion. Then Somesh asked, they are also moving like the car. Sinu asked, how do you decide that the car, passenger and driver are moving? Somesh said, with respect to a position of the car, passenger, driver are changing with respect to time. So how it is in motion, he is asking. Then he said that with respect to us, that means with respect to time, it is every time it is changing its position. That's why it is in motion. Now, in this context, you will understood that tree is at rest, car is moving towards the west. Okay. Now, if you take the same conversation between the passenger and driver who are sitting in the car. See, driver is asking, what is the state of the motion of tree? The passenger said it is moving due to west side. In earlier case it is east, now it is west. See, listen carefully. The driver asking the question to the passenger is what is the state of tree? Then he is saying that it is in motion. Can the tree can move? No. But why he is saying, see, whenever you are traveling in a bike, or when you are traveling in a vehicle, or when you are traveling in a car, so see the left or right side of the trees, you feel that they are moving. Actually we are moving, they are at rest. But we feel that they are in motion, we are at rest. So that depends upon the context. Similarly, he is asked another question. They are also moving due to west. Now, what is the state of motion? Passenger said, you are at rest. So, driver asked a question, what is our state? Then the passenger saying, we are at rest. Is it possible? No. Actually, driver and passenger both they are moving in the car, but they feel that they are in rest. They feel that whatever objects outside, they are in motion. So that's why depending upon the direction, depending upon the reference frame, I will say reference frame. So what is meant by reference frame? It is a coordinate system. It is a three-dimensional coordinate system to refer an object. So in the car reference frame, they feel that tree in motion. In the outside reference frame, both Srinu and Somesh are there. They feel that tree is at rest, car is in motion. So that's why we say sometimes the rest can be called as motion. So that's why I am saying that both rest and motion are relative terms. Both rest and motion are relative terms. Yes, students. So what do you understand from this context? Both rest and motion are relative terms. According to situation, we can say whether it is rest, whether it is in motion. Okay? In one context you will say rest, in another context it is in motion. Okay? So that's why we are saying that rest and motion are relative terms. And how can you say an object is in motion? When an object is changing its position with respect to time. That means at this time object is here, after some time it is another place. So along with the time, when object is changing its position, then we can say it is in motion. Even with respect to time, if the object position does not changing, then it is at rest. Okay, so these are the definitions of rest and motion. Okay, and the relative concept of rest and motion. If possible, I will send a support video. So listen carefully and notice the topics that what I am telling. Okay, thank you.